Hello, everybody. Final Rich here. With something a little different. I'm going to talk a little bit about Record Store Day. You know, my first instinct is to say, Record Store Day, you know. I'm kind of burnt out on it. Actually, last year I said I wasn't going to partake. Once they canceled it, I ended up spending the money on some grails. But when Record Store Day came around, I ended up buying one. They had 3 drops, and I ended up buying one from each drop. So I'm full of shit. But I'm starting to see some people talking about Record Store Day in the list. So I thought, you know what? I've never done a video like this, and I thought I would, just to help you out. Now, a lot of these people, they're talking about the list, and they talk about the popular one, like Prince. His album looks like it's going to be a big one. I think there's 13 or 16,000 of them. But it's a Record Store Day first. So don't waste your time. That's my advice. Now, a lot of people don't realize it. There's Record Store Day limited runs, which usually they're targeted for specific areas. Then there's Record Store Day exclusives. Now, those two, they're available on Record Store Day, and then that's it. And then you have up to half of the Record Store releases, and a lot of the big, juicy ones are Record Store Day first. And what that means is it's going to be released first on Record Store Day, but guess what? It's going to come out later. Now, some people, but I want the purple vinyl with the little white thing he's going through it, and whatever. I mean, if you want that, fine. That's not me. I'm not going. If I have a specific budget and there's a lot of stuff I want on Record Store Day, the Record Store Day first ones they're eliminated off the list. They're going to be available later. So there's no rush. That's my thinking. And a lot of times, after it's a common release, I don't end up picking it up anyways, you know? People get caught up on the Record Store Day thing, and you end up spending more money than you should a lot of times. Now, first, let me say, if you're into, or you're looking forward to the Dio or the Black Sabbath picture disc, this video is not for you. Or if you're looking for the Hot Rocks exclusive by the Rolling Stones, this is not for you. Okay, I'm going to talk about mostly Record Store Day exclusives and limited runs. Now, the Hot Rocks is a Record Store Day exclusive, and there's going to be a bunch of them made, but you can find that album. You can get that album already. So why it needs a Record Store Day run? Well, I know why, because the Rolling Stones are greedy ass bastards. And one more thing before I go into the list is a lot of people are under the misconception that Record Store Day is for the independent record stores. Nah, it's not. It's for the major labels. The record stores, the independent record stores, get $1 or $2 at best off of each one of these. And that's why a lot of independent record stores no longer partake. Because once you order them and they send it to you, you're stuck. You can't return this stuff. And people think, my Record Store Day, it's valuable. 98% of Record Store Day records do not go up in value. Despite the flippers and all that flipper market, once that's gone, you can get most of them and I've bought some for less than what the original price was. Okay, I'm going to go through enough of my rant. I got notes here. I got 2 pages and a few up here. These are all the ones that look interesting to me or that I chose to speak about. The first one I wrote down was Beastie Boys, a Giglio Iolio, which means garlic and oil in Italian. It's coming out on June 12th, and there's 11,000 of them. But then when I looked it up on the website, it's a Record Store Day first, so I'm not getting it. Now the next two are band by a band called Brainiac. You got From Dayton, Ohio. And then you got a Brainiac, the Attic tapes. Both of these are coming out on June 12th, and they're limited to 1,000 each. And they are a Record Store Day limited run. Now, I didn't really know who Brainiac was. So as I'm looking on my laptop, I typed it up on YouTube on my phone. And I was listening to Brainiac. It was actually a live concert as I'm going through the Record Store Day list. Now, Record Store Day, they didn't make this very easy. They have the spreadsheet, but they don't have all the info on the spreadsheet. So you got to click onto each individual title. Then when you're done, you go back, but you don't go back to where you were. You go back to the top of page 1, and it's a pain in the ass. So the A's and B's, there might be, well, I didn't have no A's. There's A, B's, and C's. There might be quite a few, but as it went on to page 6 and 7, I didn't bother looking up so many, pain in the ass. But the Brainiac one looks very interesting. It's not going to be an easy one to get. And then you got the Bruisers singles collection. This is another one coming out on June 12th, and it's also limited to 1,000. It's a Record Store Day limited run. I had no idea who this is. Apparently, it's probably the singer of Dropkick Murphys band before Dropkick Murphys. Then this next one is a Record Store Day exclusive. It's the Buzzcocks, a different compilation. Also on 6/12, June 12th. It's limited to 1,200. And what it is, it's a 2011 re-recording of some of their old songs. The Brummies, live at Grimey's. It's also June 12th. It's limited to 750. It's recorded, Grimey's is apparently in Nashville, and it's a limited run Record Store Day. Then you got a couple that I'm not interested, but I thought I would bring them up because these are ones that you may want to get. The John Carpenter, there's 2 of them. You got Village of the Damned, and you got Ghost of Mars. And I didn't write how many. That's weird. They're both Record Store Day exclusives. So if you want these, you've got to get the Record Store Day ones. And the Village of the Damned is coming out on June 12th. And the Ghost of Mars is coming out on the 17th. And I wrote the Village of the Damned. This is the most complete presentation of that soundtrack. Then you got Gerald V. Cassell, the dude from the Devo. It's Jihad Jerry and the Evildoers. Now this one sounds pretty interesting. This one is a Record Store Day exclusive, and it's going to be on June 12th, and there's 2,000 of them. This originally came out on 2000 and 2005 and on CD only. Now this next one is a very interesting one. It's a Record Store Day limited run. It's Dale Casher, Italian Stallion, which is the soundtrack for a soft porn movie soundtrack. And I believe it's the first film that Sylvester Stallone appears in. And this dude, he's a guitar player. This one is going to be available on July 17th, and there's 1,000 of them. Now, this dude is he was part of the Wrecking Crew, and he brought the Wrecking Crew in to record this soundtrack. Now, this dude is not only a guitar player, but he did a lot of it. I believe he invented the wah-wah pedal. He used to do a lot of different stuff. So that might be a good one. This next one is The Clash, If Music Could Talk. And it's a Record Store Day exclusive. It's going to be out July 17th. And there's 3,000 of those. Now that one, I'm a Clash fan, but I am not interested in this. This is all spoken word. So if you're interested in hearing how great the Sandinistas are, maybe you want to buy that rubbish. This next one is Albert Collins with Barrel House live. This is also a Record Store Day exclusive, and this is going to be available June 12th. 1,500 of them. This is a concert that was recorded in 1978, and this is the first time on vinyl. another Record Store Day exclusive, Larry Coryell at the Village Gate. This was recorded live in 1971, and this came out originally in 1971 on Vanguard Records, and it was a very limited, and I don't think it's ever been reissued again. This is a June 12th, and there's only 1,500 of those. That is a very good, I have heard that, and it is very good. This next one, oh wow, The Creation in stereo. It's all their, not all, but their songs in stereo. This one's coming out on June 12th. I did not write how many because it's a Record Store Day first. So I'm not gonna rush out to get that. Now this next one, there's 3,600 of them, and it's Cro-Mags, The Age of Quarrel. This one's coming out July 17th, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. This will probably be in high demand. This record is very sought after amongst hardcore punk fans, and I have a feeling that one's going to be hard to get. You got Miles Davis, Champions. It's also coming out July 17th. There's 7,500 of these, and when I first saw this was coming out, this was one that caught my eye until I looked deeper, and it's a Record Store Day first, so it's going to be widely available. So no need to rush out and save your money on these exclusive ones. Then you got Desmond Decker, King of Ska. June 12th. There's only 500 of these, but it's a 7-inch box set, so I'll probably pass. This is a Record Store Day exclusive. Now you got Devo, Somewhere with Devo. It's a live, it's a Palace live set. Oh, live at the Palace in Hollywood. Very great place to see a concert. I don't know when. This is going to be available June 12th. There's 2,500 of them. But guess what? It's a Record Store Day first, so Dirty 3. Now this is another one. I didn't really know who this was. Ocean Songs, June 12th. It's 4 times. It's a 4 LP set. It's the album, on double album, and then there's a double album of the live set with Nick Cave performing this album. Now I was not aware of this album, so I typed in that this is the ones I circled here are ones that I listened to while going through the list, and this I'm not interested in buying this. It's a very sparse. It's all instrumental. If you're into that thing, yeah, it's cool. And it's a Record Store Day Unlimited. The next one, The Doors, Morrison Hotel Sessions, comes out on June 12th. I didn't write how many. Now, it's a Record Store Day exclusive. Now, this one sounds like it would be great. The problem with it, for me, is, okay, you got the song Queen of the Highway. It has 8 versions. I don't need 8 versions of Queen of the Highway. And that's the problem. It has like maybe 4 songs, and it's got multiple versions of each song. And Bill Evans, Behind the Dixies, Behind the Dykes. This one's coming out July 17th, 3,500 of them, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. If you're into Bill Evans, if you like Charlie Brown music, this is one to get. It's going to be much better than that last one that came out that was a crappy recording. This is actually a good recording. Just because it has Bill Evans' name on it, you don't need to get everything. And that last one was kind of a crappy record, and I feel bad for people that didn't know what they were getting. The next one is Tab Falco, Club Zodiac Lockdown. Now, this is stuff he recorded last year during the lockdown. It's a Record Store Day limited, and it's coming out July 17th, and it's limited to 700. You got Aretha Franklin, Oh Me, Oh My. It's a live album from 1972, I remember. So it looks to be a good record. It's before she started going over the top and hooting and hollering too much. This one comes out on July 17th, and there's 5,050 of them, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. So if you do like Aretha Franklin, I like the late 60s, early 70s Aretha. After that, she loses me. She just... too much. You got Grateful Dead, the Olympia Theater, 5/3/72. This one's coming out June 12th. There's 6,700 of them, It's a Rhino Records box set. It's a Record Store Day exclusive. So this is the only place you're going to get that. It's supposed to be it's one of the dates from that Europe 72, you know, that album of theirs with a double album with a cartoon guy on the front. This is the complete concert. It's supposed to be a great show. I just bought a box set from 72, the Grateful Dead, so I'm not going to get it, but it's of interest. Next one is Gun Club, The Birth, the Death, the Ghost. This is coming out on July 17th. It's limited to 1,800, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. This is early live recordings, and it's an album that was in the past was a European-only release. You got Hawkwind, Greasy Trucker's Party, another one that's coming out July 17th, and there's going to be 4,500 of them. It's a Record Store Day exclusive, and it's the first time this whole show has been on vinyl. You got the Heartbreakers, the LAMF, the 77 Masters. Now this caught my eye. It's coming out July 17th, and there's only 1,100 of them, but it's a Record Store Day first, so it's not necessary to, you know, it's going to be a widely released thing, and I can get the widely released one, but that's going to be cool. Next one is L7, The Beauty Process. This is coming out June 12th. There's going to be 2,300 of them, and this is a Record Store Day exclusive, and this is an L7 record that has never been released on vinyl. It's a great record, too. You got the Lemonheads, Hate Your Friends. This is coming out on June 12th, 1,000 copies. It's a Record Store Day limited, and I believe that is a reissue of their first album. You got Jim Messina from Loggins and Messina, and this is the third one, I have it circled here, that I started listening to while I was going through my list. And it's the Dragsters. I guess Jim Messina was a member of the Dragsters. This is coming out June 12th, 1,350, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. Now, it's a surf, total instrumental surf album, and it sounded pretty cool. The Monkees are coming out with 3 albums. The Missing Link 1, Missing Link 2, and Missing Link 3. They're coming out on, I think they're all coming out on July 17th. And they're all limited to 2,000. And they're Record Store Day exclusive. So if you're Monkee fans, and you're going to get them on the Record Store Day. They're not going to be widely available. Negative Approach, the Tied Down demo. This is coming out June 12th. It's only 1,000 of them. Record Store Day limited. And it's the original mix, it says. So I don't know if it's a demo or it's the original mix. I don't know. But that does sound interesting. Sinead O'Connor, Live in Rotterdam, 1990. This is going to be July 17th, and it's 2,500 of them. Record Store Day exclusive. If you like Sinead O'Connor, this 1990 was a good time. And I like her first. I have her first 3 on CD. That's all I need. I won't get this, but just going through this as, you know, for you. Then you got Charlie Parker, Bird in L.A. This is coming out July 17th. There's only 1,800 of them, and it's a 4 LP set. But guess what? It's a Record Store Day first, so you don't need to rush out. Now, this next one was one that, just like the Miles Davis, when I heard The Police Live Volume 1, a Boston 79 gig was coming out, that was initially going to be on my list. It's coming out June 12th, 3,000, but it's a Record Store Day first, so I don't need it. I don't need to get it on that day. Iggy Pop, Live at the Channel in Boston. This one's coming out June 12th. There's 3,000 of them. This is like a 80 something. I didn't write it down. Gig. And it's a Record Store Day exclusive. You got Rage Against the Machine, The Battle of Mexico City. It's a live album. It's a Record Store Day exclusive. There's going to be 13,000 of them, so there's going to be quite a few, but it's not going to be released after Record Store Day. And this is coming out June 12th. You got the Joey Ramone solo album, Don't Worry About Me. This is coming out June 12th. There's going to be 2,500 of those, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. Then you got the Ramones, Live in Australia, 1980. This is coming out on July 17th, and there's 13,000 of those. Record Store Day exclusive. It's not going to be released later, but 13,000 is quite a few, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. You got the replacements, The Pleasure's All Yours, the outtakes, an alternative takes, I guess. And this is from sessions from their 5th album. This is coming out June 12th, 6,050 of those, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. Sisters of Mercy, the BBC sessions, is coming out July 17th. There's 4,000 of them, and these are BBC sessions from 82 to 84, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. Small Faces, the complete greatest hits. This is coming out June 12th. There's 2,000 of these. It's all the singles from 65 and 69, the Decca and the immediate releases. Usually they're separated, but the 2 labels, I guess, for this release, it's all going to be on one. And it's a Record Store Day exclusive. That is pretty cool. Then we got the Skeletal family. This is the next one that I have circled. They're kind of a gothy band, it turns out. I didn't know who they were. This is the Singles Plus. It's coming out July 17th. There's 2,000 of them. And it's a Record Store Day exclusive. Then you got Tad, the Inhaler. This is their first major label release. And it's coming out July 17th. There's 3,000 of them. This album originally came out in 1993. So it's one of those albums that there's not a lot of them out there. And it's a Record Store Day exclusive. Now this next one, man, is fantastic. It's the Thai Elephant Orchestra. This one's coming out July 17th. And there's only 1,350. But it's a Record Store Day first. But I looked this up. I didn't know who the Thai Elephant Orchestra are. And it's actual elephants playing instruments that are, you know, designed for them to play. And it's fantastic, man. All these people that are into this fucking experimental and this kind of music, these elephants got it down, dude. It's fucking great. And I'll probably end up getting that. Then you got a couple of various artists. There's a bunch of picture discs on this drop. There's a lot of various artists, but I only wrote 2 down, and they're both Record Store Day limiteds, and they're both limited to 950. And the first one is The Rough Guide to Booze and Blues. It's coming out June 12th. It's a blues compilation. And then the next one is The Rough Guide to Gambling and Rambling Blues, another blues comp. Then you got the Verlaines. This is recorded live in Auckland in 1986. This is coming out in June 12th. There's only 1,000 of them. Record Store Day limited. That is a New Zealand band, and that looks very interesting. Got 4 more here. This video is not turning out how I planned it, but whatever. You got Wasted Youth, Reagan's In. This is coming out June 12th, 2,000 only, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive. So that's pretty cool. You got the Wipers, Youth of America. This is also coming out June 12th. There's 3,000 of them. It's a 2 LP set. This was originally released in 81. I believe it's the Wipers' first album. It has the original cover that how they wanted it. And this is cut by Kevin Gray. And this is a Record Store Day exclusive. This looks very interesting. The next one is a Link Ray. It sings and plays guitar. This is coming out June 12th, and there's only 1,350. And it's a Record Store Day exclusive. This is a very rare album. I think it came out like 64. He was mainly known for his instrumentals. He came out with this album where he sings on almost all the songs, and they didn't make a lot of them, and I don't think it's ever been reissued. And then the last one here, you got the Zombies. It's Oddities and Extras, coming out June 12th. You got 3,000 of them. It's rare singles and UK only album tracks. And it's a Record Store Day exclusive. God damn it. Never can get through a motherfucking thing. Okay, so that's a long list, and I'm sorry. It was this is probably a boring video if you're not interested. And I didn't show any album covers or nothing. So out of that list, what ones am I feeling like I need to go get? And on June 12th, there's 4. Although there is a 5th one, a couple of them. But the 4 that I feel like I really need to go get is the Brainiac from Dayton, Ohio, limited to 1,000. There is another Brainiac one, and it's called the Attic Tapes. I might not need that one. The L7, the Beauty Process, limited to 2,300. I have all the L7 albums. This one's never been released on vinyl, so I'm getting this. The Joey Ramone, Don't Worry About Me. It's limited to 2,500, and I think it's going to be on pink and something swirl, which I don't give a fuck about. But I bought that album, of course, on CD, and I wish I had the vinyl. It's actually a pretty good record. And then the Wipers, Youth of America, limited to 3,000. That one looks good. And then on the July 17th, there's only one that I feel like I need to get. And that's the Sisters of Mercy, the BBC sessions. Limited to 4,000. Now, I wouldn't mind getting the Wasted Youth, Reagan's In. That's coming out on June 12th. I have an original, and it's a very noisy press. I mean, I bought it brand new, and it had sound on it brand new. And there was one other one. The Ramones live one would be okay, but the Small Faces. I forgot to write that one down. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, that's it. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I'm going to take a look at this and see if it's even worth uploading. Take care, everybody. Don't forget Jason Skill's live stream tonight. It's going to be a blast.